others may not. Brief introduction here, and the reason for making this video. My name is Vanessa Howie. I am an ACE certified personal trainer. You're welcome to look me up on acefitness.org. And the reason for doing this video is I've been doing exercise with videos and on my own on and off for 20 plus years. So I'm familiar with how to do proper form when I do my own workouts, when I do my own exercises. I listen to my body and I know what it needs and what it can't do. For some people, they don't have that knowledge, and I'm not saying anything negative about any instructors. They do great work, but there are some that they cater to more very athletic individuals, those that push their physical limits, which bravo. For those that can do that, bravo. But for those of us that cannot push those physical limits, but they still like the personality of the instructor, I'm going to do modification demonstrations on certain exercises that certain instructors do. Now, not all instructors are going to need, I won't be showing modifications for every single instructor that is on the face of the planet. It's going to be those that instructors that either have a DVD series like Kathy Friedrich or The Firm, or sometimes even Windsor Pilates. If you happen to see one of these videos and you want to see a demonstration on certain exercises being modified, then write the name of the instructor and the video with which they release. Sorry. And I'll be happy to look through the video and see what modifications I would be able to show. Now, because of copyrights, I can't play the video in the background and then show you as I'm doing it. But what I will be able to do is the day that I'm doing the modifications, show you the series. Now, this is the Body Blast series. Yeah, Body Blast series. This is one of the few ones that I have on the Body Blast series. And it has the kick, punch, and crunch, and legs and glutes. Now, I don't have every Kathy video ever, but I do the on-demand, so I have access to all of them. The list of exercises here, and it may be a little bit blurry, I'll write it all down in the description, not which video and which exercise, but the series, and I'm going to write down the exercises that I'll be showing the modifications for. That's what I'm going to be writing down. So, I'm going to try to make this video 30 minutes or less in length. And I'm going to try to do that with all the videos that I do. Some people, including myself, tend to have a short attention span, and so if it's more than that period of time, then their eyes tend to wander and the eyes glaze over, and it's never fun. Okay, the first exercise I'm going to show you that she performs in the Body Blast series is the leg press. Now, this is a 14-inch step. I have a difficult time doing a leg press on a 14-inch step. I have a difficult time doing it sometimes on a 10-inch step. But this step, I love this step. One, it's very small, it's square. Now, if you happen to have one of the square ones that Kathy uses, perfect. I have one, but it's propping up another piece of exercise equipment. Anyone that has one of her mini steps, the height of the mini step is 4 inches, and each riser is 2 inches in height. So you have 4 inches, and then if you place one riser underneath, it would be 6 inches, which is the height of this step here. if you put 2 risers underneath the 4-inch, it'll be 8 inches, which is the height of this step. So I tend to use this 3-in-1 fanny lifter to do a lot of my leg press activity, or even when if I don't feel I'm going to be very stable on a stability ball, which is a very unstable surface, then I'll do exercises on this surface. I'll sit down on this and I'll do it on that. And on a lot of the Kathy videos, they'll demonstrate having Brenda or something sitting on a step and doing a particular move instead of being on a stability ball doing the same thing. Because if you don't have a stability ball, or if you have a physical affliction, like vertigo, for example, then a stability ball you're going to want to shy away from on certain days, but you can still do similar exercises on a step, and it still be very effective. Okay, on to leg press. Sorry, I just have a piece of equipment here, and I needed to show you the dimensions and such, so that you have a better idea in case you didn't watch one of my previous videos. So, I want to show you on an 8-inch, and then on a 6-inch. Now, if you choose to do this on the floor, it's basically going to be a lunge. And I can show you that. I think that may be one of the exercises that I'll be showing at a later time in one of the other videos, though. So, leg press performed on the 8-inch platform. The foot on the step is the one that is carrying the weight. The foot in back, strictly for balance. Push the weight into the heel on the front foot, and then step up. The more the knee has to be bent, the more there may be a limitation issue, because I have knee issues myself. I don't have a lot of cartilage, natural cartilage left in the knee, and I take supplements, and it helps. But sometimes, like today on a rainy day, I do good to do it on a 6-inch step and it not hurt. So, and a lot of us are in a very similar boat, so to speak. I'm going to show you the same thing on a 6-inch step, but I'm going to use my other leg. Weight in the heel that's on the step, the back leg strictly there for support. Push. You push with the foot that's on the step, the heel that's on the step. You can use dumbbells here. You can put tubing or a resistance band and place it underneath the grooves here. Very similar to how Kathy does it in gym-style legs. Putting the band under the grooves and then using that additional resistance. Even though you're not using a tall step height, it gets into that glute pocket whether it wants to or not. It has no other choice but to do it. So if you're using that type of resistance, bravo. I use it quite frequently myself. That is the leg press. Now, hover squats are next. Okay, hover squats. Now, what I sometimes do is I have a step behind me, so that even if I were to lose my balance, I could plop down on that step and not injure myself plummeting way, way back. But that's just me. Hover squats. You can use dumbbells, which I have 8-pound dumbbells here. I tend to not use a barbell because whenever I put the barbell on the fleshy part up here on the back, not on the bony ridge, but just above that, I tend to feel it in my low back. When you're doing a squat, you don't want to feel it in your low back, you want to feel it in your glutes and your legs. That's where you want to feel it. And so that's why I use dumbbells. But as one of my colleague training buddies say, I'm all kinds of jacked up. So, okay. So keep your weight in your heels. Stick your butt back. Palm is facing the body. Bend down. Push into the heel. push into the heel. So you're sitting back, you stick your butt out, you bend both knees, you keep your back flat, you don't do this, you keep everything flat, and then you push into the heel. I felt that here and in the quad. That's where you want to feel it. Rear lunges. Now, with rear lunges, I'm going to put these dumbbells out of the way, but I will use them for this exercise. I'm going to show you this in a side view so it's easier to see. I find that if I show a front view, then people tend to get a little confused. Side view. The front leg, which is, I'm going to have it to be the leg furthest from you, or the one closest to my TV. I'm going to have it to be the one that is working. So for the rear lunges, I tap the toe that's going to be going to the rear as a mental note to myself that that's the one going back. So, when you do this, you take that toe back. There's a balance challenge here. Now I have my weights facing my body. If you do a barbell, you're going to have it on the fleshy part up here. Okay, now bend both knees, keeping the weight in the front heel and in the back toe. Push into the front heel and somewhat on the back toe. Bring that back toe and leg up to meet the front. Yep. Notice I'm breaking it down into slower movements. If you need to, do that. Safety is always first, above all else. Speed-oriented exercises are for HIIT training. And if you're doing this in a HIIT type fashion, you better not be using weights. Or if you do use weights, make them like 1 pound, 3 pounds, something like that, where it's very easy to just drop them if you need to. Okay. The next exercise is a plie squat. Now I showed this in the previous video, but if you don't want to go searching all the way through that video, then I'm going to demonstrate it here. It's a simple modification. I don't use a barbell. I put the dumbbells here in the little groove. Some people place them here, but I find that this happens when people place them in the front. When they do it, they wind up pitching their torso forward like that because the weights are dragging them down. That's why I have the weights here. Legs in a V position, V shape. So if you were to look down, it looks like the letter V. That's why I say that. Weight in the heels. I'm popping the toes up as much as I can. Bending the knees. This is a vertical movement. Your torso is going straight up and down. You don't do this. Okay? Let me show you from a side view. That's the reason I have the weights here in the little notch. Is I can control much easier my bodily alignment when they're here. Now some people like to place them here, and that's fine. I just find that they slide down my legs and it feels uncomfortable for me. Whatever works for you, and I'm going to walk my legs in, my feet in. Whatever works for you is what you need to do, as long as you have good form. Okay. Explosive plie squats. I take the explosion part out. Sorry, when I'm talking I get a little dry, so I just take a sip of water. I take the explosion part out and try to do it even if it's not in super rapid succession, the way that she does it, where she lifts and clicks up her heels like that. It's okay with me. is still going to be up because this is probably an exercise that you don't do on a daily basis. So, I don't need a lot of room, but I am making a lot of room in case I decide to shuffle one side or the other. So for the explosive plie squats, what I tend to do is I will turn my toes out to remind myself that I'm going out to the side. And so I'll do this, and I'll do this. So I'll step out, you got the weight in the heels, and then you don't have to put the bounce in there like I do. And so if this is what gets the heart rate up for you, great, perfect. The heart rate is at 110, 111. That's right in my cardio zone, and it's because I'm talking to you right now. That's how I do my explosive plie squats. Now there's some people that they'll do it in a shuffle like that. Fine. My only goal is to make sure that I feel it here and a little bit back here. That's where I want to feel it. Because with a plie, you go down this way, and it's going to be working the inner thigh and a little bit of the outer glute and hip area. Alright. One leg deadlifts. Now my heart rate is 120, and that's because of the explosive plie squats. One leg deadlift. I'm going to take both weights. Now, you're thinking, well, for one leg, wouldn't you just need one weight? Well, the way that I'm going to do it is you're almost in a lunge position, only your back heel is on the floor. Now, you can do it this way, or you can elevate on the back toe and do it straight up and down like this. I'm going to show you both ways. I'm going to have the dumbbells facing each other, but some put it where the dumbbells are facing the body, the torso. I find that having them facing each other is easier. For me, anatomically it's easier, and it's easier on my low back to do it that way. So, leg split. Weight is going to be in the front heel still. You're going to have weight on the back leg, but, I mean, it's almost evenly distributed, but you really want to make sure that the front toes popped up. So, hinging from the hips, and right now, I'm feeling a stretch in the hamstring, but it's on the outer side of the hamstring. Push into that front heel to get yourself up. Because if you put the toe down on the floor, I don't feel it. I feel it when I pop my toe up. Because when you put your toe down, your body has a tendency to put weight into that area. And so if you pop that toe up, the likelihood is that the weight is going to go into that heel whether it likes it or not. It doesn't have a choice in the matter. Now, another modification, if you feel that you can do the previous one like that, easier, and it's not quite of a challenge, raise up onto the back toe. Same thing, only this time your weight is more onto that front heel. Notice my body shifted when I did that. Same form as before. Flat back. Good. Alright. Explosive lunges. Good. Explosive lunges. Now, I think the way that Kathy did this was doing the lunges. One leg was in front. I'm going to show you on the other side because that's kind of tired. Okay, so on this one, it was going up like this. So, I'm going to do that by making sure that your weight is in the front heel and you lift up onto the back toe like that. And you can add whatever speed you want into it. That's fine. Just making sure that you bend both knees. And you don't have to bend them super aggressively. So if this is all you have, good. Just do that in a semi-rapid succession. You've got it. Outer thigh press. Now, I'm going to show the calf raises first because those are going to be on standing. Actually, no, I'll show the outer thigh press. Now on the outer thigh press, I think she has you lying down. So, I'll show it lying down. And I'm not sure if she has you showing out to the side, lying face up, or lying to the side. So I'm going to show you both. And if anybody knows, please, leave it in the comments. I'm going to try to do it either way, both ways. I'm rolling down. Oh yeah, back just cracked. It felt good. I do it this way. Now, if that's too much for you, uncross them. Do it that way. And if that's still too much for you, do the move without the band, the tubing. And the same goes for the sideline. So, I think it may be like this. She does it like this. And if that's a little bit too much for you, give yourself more slack and go up like that. Or just do it this way without resistance at all. Now, the calf raises, those are easy to modify. You really just slow down the tempo. So you can have weights in your hands and do it that way. I'm going to use the tower to help give me stability. So just barely raising up is good. But if you go way up onto those toes, like during some of the exercise where she has you to just go with the normal speed, and then others where she has you to go in rapid succession. When she's going at the normal speed, you can go at a partial lift, and then in rapid succession, you can go all the way up onto those toes, but still keep the same speed. So, a little bit. High, high, high. Yeah, and then give those calves a good stretch. Oh, the part feels nice and cold. Okay, that was calf raises. You can do those with dumbbells in your hands or not. I just chose to use the bar. Standing leg extension. Again, I'm going to use the bar for stability. Now for standing leg extension, I'm going to show you a standing and I'm going to also show you a seated leg extension. So for the standing leg extension, she has you come up and then out, and then doing something in this line in rapid succession, where she has you to do this, going here. Just slow the movement down. Up, out, in, down. Up, out, in, down. And when she has you to do it in rapid succession, just do it this way. And notice I'm not lifting my leg all the way up here. I have it down at about a 45-degree angle. And I'm still feeling it in my quads. Holy moly. Okay. That's how I modify it. Now, another modification modification that you can do if you don't have the tower or you're just tired from standing. I don't want to stand anymore. Is to do it this way. And yes, I got a workout band. Okay. And so, one modification is lift, extend, bring it in, lower. Lift, which engages it, extend, engages it more, and then down. Now notice when you do it, and I'm turning to the side to show you a different view, when you lift this leg, notice I have the opposite hand behind me. Let me put this hand here and then work the back leg. So, hand behind, lift, and the reason for having that there is so when you do this, one, you don't fall over, and two, you don't have to use the muscles in the back to support the leg. You use the abdominals. So lift, kick, in, down. Lift, kick, in, down. Now, modification that I want to show you where if you don't have the tower, you don't have the money for the tower, it's okay. Because you can still do this seated. And if you're finding, well, I'm just not quite getting enough out of it when I'm seated, then you can do it this way. Bring this, and I take this, bring it between the legs, and grab onto the step back here. So the opposite hand is still anchoring. And so you up, out, in, down. Now, we're going to put it around the arch of the foot, not the toe. In, out, down. In, out, in, down. In, out, in, down. Now the reason that I grabbed there was when I was doing this motion here, I wasn't feeling as much of a contraction as what I know I could have been feeling, so I increased the tension, lifted up, and I was like, yeah, there it is. I'm feeling it now. Oh, okay. Hang on one second. Sorry about that. That was actually the last exercise that I was planning to show you on part 1 of the Body Blast series. Now, if you like this video and you want to see more of it, I am planning on putting more videos out there from Kathy's series to other workout series such as the Firm. If you want to see different video, not tutorials, but brief demonstrations of modifications for certain exercises, in the comment section, write the name of the instructor and the workout video, like if it's from Kathy's Fit Split series. You write Kathy Friedrich Fit Split, and if you want specifics, like you want to see a workout, an exercise demoed from Push Day, then Kathy Friedrich's Fit Split series, Push Day. Then okay, I know to view that video from beginning to end and to see what modifications that I would be able to show to the viewer, if any. That's my time for today. If you see in the next video I'm wearing the same clothing, I'm trying to do multiple videos back to back in one day, so I just haven't been able to do it in a while, so I'm trying to get it all done today. Okay, see you next time.